McKinley, a Malamute, is a good dog. He's reliable and trustworthy. Whether it's watching over the other dogs of Steamboat Springs, Colorado, or taking care of his human pup Jack, McKinley never even thinks of letting anyone down until he meets Lupin. Lupin is a she-wolf, and she's urging the dogs of Steamboat Springs to leave their domesticated lives and join her wild pack. And though she scares McKinley, he also finds himself drawn to her and the life of freedom that she offers. For the first time, McKinley's loyalties are torn. Should he stay with his humans and continue to lead the dogs of Steamboat Springs, or should he join the wolf and live freely like his ancestors did? When the wild calls, what will McKinley's answer be? Hi, I'm Nova.
And I'm Rachel,
Welcome to Novel Nostalgia.
where we talk about the books that make us nostalgic.
I just love the fact that this book was $3.
Oh,
$3.
even Bedknobs and Broomsticks is still like 8 and it's terribly reviewed. So,
I'm just like, it's so funny to me to like look at some of these books. Hold on, let me look at one of the other ones that we have real quick. The Phantom Stallion one, the edition that I have that photo of was $4.99. I just bought the book again for $8.99.
wild.
I just like look at some of these and I'm like, wow, this is cheap. But like that was like normal for like a kid's book at that time.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's crazy that it's like $3 was this book.
I know the printing cost has gone up a lot too.
Yeah. It definitely has. And then you get like those books that are like ridiculously $35 to $50 for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like, I know how much it's costing you to print this, and it does not need to be that expensive. Thank you.
Literally. Like, I very rarely buy new books anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
always get my books used. But, like, I feel like I tried to get one the other day and I was like, ugh.
Right. I use Bull Moose because obviously it's like 30% off the list price, like right from the get go.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get like such good deals on everything. Anyway, I bought 12 movies the other day for $80.
Oh, dude. Unheard of at this point.
Still a
Love that for
lot for
you.
me. I shouldn't have spent, but you know,
Eh, treat yourself.
I got so much out of that. I was like, it's fine,
Yeah, whatever.
right? We love.
I know. My next treat yourself is going to be that laptop, and I'm terrified.
There you go. Get it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my first paycheck, and then I'm going to be like, yeah, okay.
Do it. Absolutely. I need a
Gotta.
new laptop. I'm trying to pay off my car first. It'll be done by like the end of the year, but I'm like, I don't want to drop that much money.
Fair.
My laptop is dying and it's so bad.
My laptop's been dead. It's really bad.
Yeah. Yours has been scary.
Only half the screen works now. Like,
Oh my
if
god.
anything's, like, it all's visual, but if anything's on the other half of the screen, you can't click it, even with the mouse.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I don't know why. And the touchscreen doesn't work
Yeah.
anymore. Well, that's because I dropped it. That was my own fault. But, like, I
Yeah.
dropped it and things were already wrong with it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't that upset.
Right? Mine fell off the bed the other day and I was like, I need you to live for a couple more months, please. Stop trying to murder yourself.
Yeah, this one fell off the couch and just landed right on the corner, and I was like, come on, man.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I was not pleased.
Oh my god. I swear, they're out to like just kill themselves and it's like Can we not? You're
Yeah,
delicate.
literally.
Please stop.
Literally. I was like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Chill.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I can't tell you the amount of times I've reread this book. It's just
Yeah.
so nice. It's so good.
I love a puppy book.
It's told from the point of view of the dog.
Oh.
So it's like that was my thing growing up was like any animal book, but especially if it was from the point of view of the animal, sold.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Sold. I'm like, yep, good. Everyone's reading like the click books or whatever, like the very
Mhm.
like middle school drama books, and I'm like,
I didn't have
dogs.
those. I had a series of unfortunate events,
Mhm.
Magic Treehouse, and that was basically me.
Yep. I mean I read some of the stuff like that, but I'm like, but dogs,
Yeah, I
but
read a horror
animals.
book way too young too. That was my childhood.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I read Good Girls Don't Die is what I think it's called. It's
Yep.
about possessed Barbie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and traumatized.
No. Oh my god, no.
I think I was in like fourth or fifth grade or something. Like I was really little.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Around middle school is when I started watching like Bones. My parents were like, "No, you can't watch this. It's too adult for you." I'd sneak into their bedroom and put it on when they were paying attention. So they kind of just gave in. They're like, "Fine, if you're going to watch it, we're watching it with you." I was like,
Vibe.
"Yeah."
Yeah, I was terrified of dolls for a long time.
Oh, I bet. Dolls are
Yeah.
just creepy in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Mm-hmm.
was never a big fan of dolls.
I did Polly Pockets as a kid.
Yep. Those ones were
Um,
okay.
yeah, and we had some American Girl dolls, and that was about it.
I had like a knockoff American Girl, and then like two or three like really older. I think they were like hand me down babies. I don't really remember.
Oh,
And
the
I was like,
itty bitty babies, I think they're called.
I don't remember. I was like, okay, these ones are okay because they weren't like the like horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to say like polyester, but that's not the word for I'm looking for. Porcelain
Porcelain.
dolls.
Yeah.
They were like play dolls, so I was like, okay, those aren't too bad. But
There
I
was
was
a
like, no
girl
thanks.
in my neighborhood who had like a porcelain doll in like a show thing. And she was like a teenager when I was a kid, and I was terrified.
No, no,
Yeah. Mm-mm. I was
no,
like, that doll's eyes are like watching me all the
no,
time.
thank
It
you.
freaked me out. I was like, how do you sleep in this bedroom?
Right?
You know, like
No
it,
thanks. I'm good.
literally,
Goodbye.
literally hated it. It was awful, terrifying.
No,
Yeah, I know.
I don't do dolls.
Me either.
I used to run around in the woods as a kid, but dolls, the woods at night, I'll take that over dolls any day. It's fine.
Same. I say that, but I like had Florida woods, which are very vastly different.
Yeah. We've got like, the tail end of the Appalachian Mountains with, all those creepy tales. I'm like,
Hmm.
now that I'm older, I'm like, oh wow, that's not creepy.
I like wanted to be a forest kid, but I had like a tree in my front yard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You didn't have it very easy down in Florida for that.
Yeah, I was
It
like a
was,
night beach kid.
yeah.
You know, stare at the ocean, contemplate life, all those good things.
Yep. My train of thought left. Bye.
Oh no.
I'm reading my notes and it's just like gone.
Yeah, it's like me, whomst?
I have to think. How
In
rude,
this economy?
right? So Jack comes racing home on his bike, and McKinley, the Malamute, follows him inside, and he's like, "Oh, my human's home," all
Hmm.
happy. And here's Jack say he saw a wolf, and McKinley is like, What?
A wolf, you say?
And he was like, hmm? A wolf? I like how it was written too, of how, like, you get everything that the people are saying, but, like, the
Mm-hmm.
dog is like, I know nothing of this sentence besides wolf. And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, hello?
Yeah, I do like that because sometimes they like try and dial it down,
Yeah.
for just what the animal understands.
Yeah. Or, like, they have the animal understand every single thing that they're saying, and it's like, they're
No.
not.
Yeah.
They're really not.
Yeah.
They I was watching a movie the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and Harley was on the bed with me, and they slow said the word ride.
Mm-hmm.
He lifted his head and he looked at the TV and he was like, hello? And he looked at me and I grabbed his head and I went, you heard nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, there was nothing
No.
said. Nothing was said. I'm like, oh my God. So he was like, I know that word.
Mm-hmm.
Who's taking me?
Where are we going? What's
Yeah.
happening?
I don't know you, but you said my favorite word. So, like, we can go.
Yeah,
Uh,
Moon's favorite word is let's go. Like, come
mhm.
on, let's go. And she's like, oh, where are we going? What's happening?
She's like, ooh, adventure. They're so funny. So McKinley hops up into a chair and he's like listening and trying to understand. And Jack says something about mom, and McKinley's like, I know that word. And he barks. He's like, oh, mom. Yeah. So
Love her.
Jack's right. We love mom. Big fan. Big fan of
Big
mom.
fan.
So Jack says that the wolf he saw had a limp and it's up in Strawberry Park. And um his dad warns Jack not to tell anyone about it and whatnot. And so McKinley takes himself for a walk, just walks out the front door and is like, bye, going for a
Farm
walk
dog
now.
energy.
He is the lead dog of the dogs in Strawberry Park and Steamboat Springs. Like, Steamboat Springs is the town. So he's like top dog.
Cute.
So he looks for his friend Aspen, who's a golden retriever. And as he's walking around, he sees a poster about a missing greyhound Duchess. And he's like, yeah, don't blame her. Her human's bad. He's mean to dogs. Go Duchess.
Oh, cute.
Like, missing dog poster. And he's like, woohoo, go you.
Love that for you, girl.
Right? So Redburn, who's like a big dog. I think he's like a big setter. Him and his humans approach, and Redburn is just completely like, McKinley is not there. He's basically like doggy middle finger, cold shoulder, not
Agree.
paying attention. So Redburn's humans are like, oh buddy, we can go track down Duchess and get the reward. And McKinley is like, bro. Like, but Redburn is just like, nope, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a great job. It's fine. So Tubbs, a basset hound, comes out to chat with McKinley about Duchess. And McKinley tells Tubbs that he's gonna go to where she was last time she ran away and talk to her, which happens to be up in Strawberry Park.
Oh.
Turn my crinkly pages.
That good ASMR.
Right? So McKinley goes downtown to chat with the other dogs. Just like, be like, yo, what's up? How's it going? What's new, fam? And then when it gets dark, he heads home. He goes and he hops in bed with Jack, and Jack is reading about wolves. And McKinley's like, okay, whatever. And Jack is talking to him as they're getting ready for bed, and he's like, I'm gonna go find the wolf. And McKinley is just like, huh, wolf, nice.
Nice.
He no idea what he's talking about, that this kid is planning to run away and go live with the wolf pack.
Oh, this is a little kid?
Yeah. He's probably like 10, 8 to
Oh,
10.
okay.
He's not like super little, but like he's
Mm-hmm.
like not a teen yet by any
Okay.
means. So the next day, McKinley goes to Strawberry Park and he smells Duchess and the wolf. And so Duchess tells him that she ran away. Her human ties her up, like ties her to like a little house, and then we'll just like go get her, take her to greyhound races, and expects her to win, and then gets mad when she doesn't win. Like she's not getting trained, she's not getting to run around, she's literally just tied up
The
all the time,
worst.
and then expected to win. So she's like,
Terrible.
can't do that.
Just like, I'm out of here. Bye.
Yeah, so she ran away again because of it. McKinler, McKinler, McKinler. I can speak. No, I can't. McKinley tells her Redburn may be coming for her. And so then she's like, okay, but I'm friends with Lupin, this wolf. And the wolf was coming to get dogs to join the wolf pack because they're like low. Not a lot of wolves. And Duchess
Not
is
the
like,
wolf being named Lupin.
yeah, right.
Dead.
Wolf. A wolf. Duchess decides she wants to go. It gives me the energy of the movie Dragonheart.
Haven't seen it.
They're talking about the name for the dragon, and the dragon is basically like, oh, you could never pronounce my actual name. It's fine. So he names him Draco after the dragon constellation. So he just names him Dragon.
It's.
Basically.
I'm rewatching Good Omens, and I forgot that the kid named the dog Dog.
I'm like, oh my god.
So same
It's just
vibe.
funny. Yeah, it's just hilarious. He's talking about the stars and he's like, "Oh, this is like this constellation and it's Draco." And the dragon is like, "Oh yeah, like that's where we go when we die." And so he's like, "I'm going to call you Draco." And he's like, "Oh, I love that." And I'm like, "You just called him Dragon."
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then Tolkien's like, you better learn how to pronounce this entire language that I made up.
Right. Right. I think one of the other dragons in that series is also basically named Dragon, and it's like,
I'm dead.
okay.
I mean, what are you gonna name a dragon though? Like Firebringer or something? Like, it's fine.
Right?
I get it. You gotta, because you can't go with something like, "This is my dragon, Tony." You know.
This is Tony. What up, Tony?
I know. Have you read Fourth Wing yet?
No, not yet.
You're gonna love it.
I
I
can
really
only
think
get it as the really expensive hardcover or audiobook, and I'm like,
I thought there was an ebook on Scribd.
not on Scribd. It just has the
Oh,
audiobook.
oh,
Yeah, I've been looking.
fair.
So,
Yeah,
and then like buying the ebook is like, you might as well just buy the book.
yeah.
I'm like, fam, why are
It's
ebooks
good
like
though.
this?
I don't know. I don't understand why ebooks are so expensive.
I'm like, they don't need to be anywhere over $5. Thank you. Goodbye.
Literally. I don't get it. Like, if you're gonna take it as like whatever you make profit on your physical book, I guess. But like, I don't know. I feel like they're just way too expensive for the fact that like it doesn't cost you more money to send more ebooks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have no shipping costs.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
mm,
get it.
mm,
I don't get it.
yeah, I don't get it either. No idea.
It don't make sense.
I'm like, on Scribd, if you put it on there, you literally get the list price for it. When someone reads it, you get the amount back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever
I
the
did not.
cost is, you get that.
Nice. I didn't know
That's what
how
you get.
much people made from Scribd, to be honest.
Basically more than you would getting just buying the ebook.
I love that.
Yeah. I think
More
Kobo
authors.
is the same.
Oh, really?
Kobo is also doing like a similar pay per month. It's only like $8 though.
Yeah, I
And
just succumbed and got Audible too.
unexclusive, so people can actually make money off their books.
Love that.
So it's like, yep, that's if that's the way it's going.
I'm heavily considering whenever I do finish the book I'm writing, I'm like, instead of paying someone to do the audio narration, should I just do it?
You could.
Maybe? I mean, I could.
A lot of people do their own.
Yeah. And I mean, it wouldn't be that hard for me.
Yeah, no.
So,
Might as
maybe.
well.
For
Might as
maybe.
well. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
There you
see.
go. There you go.
We'll
So McKinley goes and searches for the wolf, but he has no luck. So he heads back to town, meets up with Jack, who wants to find Duchess for the reward money so he can go buy camping supplies so he can go live with the wolf. Boy's got a plan.
love this.
McKinley does seem to realize that that's what he's trying to do and leads Jack in the opposite direction from Duchess. He's like, nah, I'll pretend the scent's over this way. Too bad.
Yeah.
So they go home and McKinley talks with Aspen about Duchess. Kind of has a little chit chat. Be like, this is what this situation. So Jack takes McKinley to Duchess's house where her owner, Pycraft, that's the guy's name, agrees with Jack to let McKinley stiff her stuff. McKinley is not impressed with this guy and actually full-on growls at him.
Oh, good boy.
Pycraft brings out a leash and a gun because McKinley's not leashed. He's just like
chilling,
walking along with his boy. McKinley doesn't like either. Pycraft chucks the leash at McKinley, and it's like this big, heavy chain. It's not just like a leash; it's like a heavy chain. It's this leash. McKinley is like, he kind of sniffs at it, but he's like, And Jack picks up pretty quickly that McKinley doesn't like this guy, and is like, okay, buddy. Like, I get it. I get you. So McKinley leads Jack the wrong direction to try and tire him out. Jack does get tired, and McKinley's like, perfect, and the wolf shows up.
He's like, hey dog, what's up?
Yeah. So Lupin talks to McKinley about what it means to be free, and he ends up like submitting to her. Like, and she says he's an excellent head dog, but offers him a life with no leashes and asks him to consider it.
Did Jack leash McKinley?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
McKinley is just like not leashed. I think hardly at all in this. He basically is just good boy. Listens to what he's told.
Adorable.
So McKinley leads Jack back to his bike, aware of how free Lupin is, and as much freedom as he thought he had, is it enough? And he finally realizes at this point that Jack wants to go live with the wolf, and he's like, oh god.
Yeah, bad plan.
So Jack starts preparing for his journey to go live with the wolf. McKinley chats with Aspen, who tells him that Redburn came around to see him. McKinley's like, oh god, great. Redburn says that he's going to go find Duchess and that humans are the power, not like dogs.
Okay, guy.
McKinley calls him a leash licker and that he will stop him. Whipping out those burns.
Good. Love it.
So Jack has been slacking, giving McKinley food and water, and gets in trouble for it. When McKinley's like, hello. His parents are like, Jack, take care of your dog. So then McKinley heads over to Redburn's place, where Tubbs tells McKinley he heard from another dog about the wolf. And McKinley decides to try and get to Duchess before Redburn does. As he's making his way through town, McKinley hears more and more about the wolf from the dogs in town. Like, everyone's talking about the wolf now. He's like, oh boy. So Redburn scents McKinley, and McKinley wonders what he's gonna do. He's like, oh boy, here we go. Redburn tricks McKinley into running away from Duchess. So he manages to get the upper hand on McKinley. That McKinley is like, oh, he's following me, excellent. And just starts running, and partway away, he realizes, oh god, he's not coming with me. Uno reverse.
Yep.
So they reach the boulders, and Duchess comes out from behind the boulders, and Redburn is like, yeah, don't want to be here. I'm scared. Screw this. I'm out. So Lupin and McKinley attack the people to try and get Duchess to run.
Oh.
McKinley threatens Redburn, and then the humans start shooting, and McKinley runs home because he's afraid of the gunshots.
Oh.
So Aspen says dogs have met Lupin. Duchess is home. She's been captured. And Redburn apparently beat McKinley. McKinley is like, yeah, he had his tail tucked running away, but sure. Absolutely. Totally.
I hate Redburn.
McKinley goes to see Duchess. And as he's walking over there, Boots and Jaws, who are Redburn's little buddies, are asking if he's still a head dog. And McKinley just ignores them. He's like, I don't have time for this. So Duchess asks him to find Lupin, that Duchess was only protecting her. So he goes to see Duchess, and Duchess is like, go find the wolf. Help her.
Oh.
So Pycraft comes outside, and McKinley heads home, where Redburn challenges him. Jack's mom stops the challenge, so Redburn says that they need to have a pack meeting. There's a human meeting happening, and so McKinley asked Tubbs to go to the human meeting to see what they're doing about the wolf. He's like, yo, can you go, sit down on the humans?
Yep, check in what's happening.
Aspen and McKinley go to Strawberry Park. So they follow Lupin's blood trail, taking a moment to play in the snow because it's starting to snow a little bit.
Bruh, we got bigger plans.
I know, they're having a little bit of fun. They find Lupin, who is very unhappy and hungry. She's not doing too hot. She did get shot.
No.
Aspen stays with her as McKinley goes to find real meat. Because Lupin does not want dog food. And she's like, yeah, no.
Fair.
Not happening.
Fair.
But also they know that it will help her more anyway. So McKinley goes home and steals meat from off the counter. Jack sees him and calls him a bad dog. McKinley's like, oh, okay. But he still is like, gotta go, bye.
Oh.
So he returns to Aspen and Lupin. They get Lupin out of the hole she's in. And Aspen starts chewing up the meat and feeds it to Lupin. So it's just easy to just basically swallow it down. As she's doing that, McKinley cleans Lupin's wound out.
Oh.
They tend to Lupin, but they know people will be back for her. So McKinley is like, yo, there's like an abandoned house just down the road. You can just stay in for now. And Lupin is like, are you kidding me? Bro, you're putting me in a house?
Oh.
So she hates the idea, but it's like the only thing she's got right now. And they're not going to expect her to be in the house. Like, everyone's going to be looking for her up in the park, not in this house. So McKinley and Aspen promise that they'll bring her more food, and they're like, just like, hang out. Don't do much. Just stay here. So they head back, and Tubbs says Redburn is going to lead a hunt for the wolf. Is anyone surprised? No.
No. What a trash bag.
Right? McKinley gets grounded for stealing dinner. He stole their dinner, and now it's like, yeah, okay.
Whoopsies.
So Jack tells McKinley he's going to go see the wolf before the hunters kill it. So McKinley is like, yeah, not a fan of this, and tries to like lead Jack's parents to the backpack of Jack's stuff, but they're like not biting this like clue he's giving them. They're like, McKinley, go away. Like, you're grounded. Naughty dog. And he's like, it's right here.
Oh.
So he's like, fine, if you won't do it, I'll do it. And he chews up the backpack.
When?
So then he leaves the house. McKinley howls at Redburn's house, stating that he's still the leader. Like, he goes up to the house and just like stands outside and is like, ow!
Adorable.
So then he goes to Duchess. He chews off her collar as Pycraft appears. Duchess escapes, but McKinley gets locked in her doghouse. He locks him in.
It's scary.
So Aspen was following and saw the whole thing, so she goes and gets Jack. Jack lets McKinley out, and McKinley and Aspen immediately take off. And Jack is super upset because he ripped up the backpack and whatnot. So he's yelling, like, I hate you, and don't ever come back, to McKinley as they're running away. So McKinley's like, how'd you, like, go get my kid? And Aspen's like, I watched you open doors, and I learned. McKinley knows how to open doors. That's how he gets in and out of the house. He just opens the door.
I love that.
So she went and got Jack and got him to follow. Is how she did it. And she does think that him chewing up the bag was the right idea. He's like, oh, well, okay.
This kid can't go live with wolves. What a bad plan.
So Aspen goes for food to go for Lupin. And McKinley realizes that the car approaching on the road is headed to the cabin they have stashed Lupin in. He knows it. He's like, crap. So he gets them stuck in the snow, goes to the house, and is like, Lupin, we gotta go. The door opens and the humans enter. Lupin gets really confused and tries to fight the humans. And McKinley's like, no. Other way, run away. So Aspen shows back up, helps them, and the three of them take off. Aspen and McKinley break open a package of bacon that Lupin gets to eat. So, like, Aspen found a whole, like, package of bacon.
This can't be good for this wolf. This kind of meat.
A lot of salt and bacon, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other was just, like, a roast.
Not as terrible, but, like...
It's just raw meat.
Yeah.
But, like, the bacon. Replenish your salt. While you're at it, I guess. So Lupin agrees to go back home because they're like, you need to leave. If McKinley agrees to ask the dogs to join her. And he's like, yeah, bro, like, I got you. You need to go now. So Redburn gets close. They can hear him coming, know he's coming. Aspen and Lupin continue on to the sticks Jack says humans don't go by. I'm assuming this is like a national park type thing of like once you cross the border, you can't do anything, you can't hunt.
Yeah.
Just by the way he says it. So I'm like, okay, so like once they get to that point, Lupin's gonna be fine, no matter what happens. So McKinley stands his ground, letting them go. And Redburn comes by and he's like, da-da-da-da-da. McKinley flat out just pounces on him. It's like,
Good.
bruh.
As you
So
should.
he like fights with Redburn a little bit, gets Redburn mad, and gets Redburn to follow him this time. There isn't any mistake. So the humans think that Redburn has the wolf. They're like all amped up. McKinley's like, haha, screw you, y'all. So he loops them back around. Like he takes them in a full circle.
Adorable.
And he gets back around and Pycraft is standing there with a gun. And he taunts McKinley and tries to like shoot at him. Jack appears and flat out just like attacks this guy.
Good.
So, it obviously startles Pycraft. He drops the gun. McKinley grabs the gun and runs. And he goes and he like buries it in the snow. Jack follows, thinks he's like the coolest dog because he took this gun and just goes and buries it. And Jack finally pieces together that McKinley has been helping the wolf. And it's like, okay, buddy, I forgive you. You're cool.
All good, dog.
And about that time, they hear a howl from Lupin. As she's made it
Cute.
back. So McKinley brings Jack to school. And he goes back to the house and Duchess is there. And she's like, I didn't know where Lupin was, so I went and I hid. So
Sweet
he tells
baby.
Duchess where to go. And that she can probably definitely catch up to Lupin. Because she's not moving very fast. She's back to safety, but like...
Yeah.
She's not going anywhere at any fast speed. So Redburn has called a pack meeting for that night. He's like, of course. So he's like, I'm gonna go home and sleep. So the parents are very forgiving to McKinley because they're like, oh, you probably forgot about stealing food, and also Jack wasn't, keeping up on feeding him very well. So they were like, all right, it's fine, buddy. Just like, don't do that shit again.
Yeah.
So Aspen comes in, like, while he's snoozing and is like, Lupin is fine and on her way home. And Jack gets home at the end of the day and he's like, the wolf got away. And it's like, perfect, nice. Back to napping. So then it's time for the pack meeting. And McKinley is like, And he wakes Jack up and is like, let's go. And Jack is like, where are we going? So he's following McKinley down the road, and like all the dogs and every house is coming out. And they go up to this like ski slope, and the dogs call it Howl Hill.
Oh.
And so Aspen arrives and like trots up to him, and Jack is like, hey, look, McKinley, your girlfriend's here. It's like, pretty much at this point. So they're all like hanging out, and Jack is like, oh my god, this is crazy. Look at all the dogs. Like, is this all the dogs in this town? Like, what? So Redburn steps forward, and Jack is like, is he the dog boss? Is he like the head dog? McKinley's just like, yeah.
McKinley's like, what the heck, man?
McKinley's just like, yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever you think. So Redburn calls a meeting, and he immediately turns and accuses McKinley of bringing the wolf to town and that he should be head dog, not McKinley. McKinley just like lets him talk. He's like, "Yep, sure, get it out. Come on, keep
Mm-hmm.
talking." So then Redburn is like, yeah, I'm winning, bro. Like, what you gonna do about it?" And so McKinley is like, "Sure, you can have him head dog if you want, but like, this is what Redburn did. He led humans to the wolf. He led humans to Duchess. Duchess, who was being abused. So, he didn't listen to his fellow dog, he listened to humans." And the dogs end up turning on Redburn, calling him a bad dog.
Cute.
So McKinley keeps being head dog, and he like ends the meeting by howling, like how Lupin did. Nice
Cute.
wolfy howl. So they head back home. Jack is like, "Wow, that was so cool. Like, oh my god, that
Why
was
did he bring
great."
Jack?
I think it was like in this meeting, he's talking about, like they are dogs. They have a loyalty to humans, but at the same time, like the wolf was their ancestor. That's where they come
Mm-hmm.
from. They come from that freedom. And like, why should they always be, like doing what the humans want? Like Redburn
Yeah.
did. Redburn was like, "Oh yeah, let me bring this abused dog back to the abuser." Like, okay. So
Yeah.
he's like, "This is my kid. I take care of my kid, but I am also my own dog.
Mm-hmm.
I do me." So that I think that's why he brought him. And Jack now wants to learn how to understand dogs. He's like, "I want to learn to talk like you,"
Cute.
basically.
Cute.
So after the whole ordeal, because he was like, "Wow, so much happened, clearly." But he's like, "I have no idea what you said. I have no idea what like got exchanged in this meeting." And so the end is McKinley just falls asleep happy.
Little.
Yeah. He's like, "I'm a good dog."
Adorable.
And that's the dog. That's it. That's the good dog.
What a good dog.
Right? It's
So
such a sweet
cute.
little like story.
Yeah, I love that.
It's so good.
10 out of 10.
I don't know if any of the other dogs end up going. Never actually says, but it's like that's the option if any dog wants to leave their home, they're more than welcome to go. That the
Yeah.
pack is like, "We need members, so we'll take them." So anyone wants to
You guys.
leave,
So cute.
go for it. Part of me is like, I wonder if McKinley was like in a different situation
Mm-hmm.
with humans, if he would have just gone, because he was like, "This is fun.
Yeah.
This is cool."
Love to see it.
Right? Oh, there was in that little meeting, there was a part where Redburn was like, "Do you want him as your leader? Like he submitted to a wolf." And McKinley comes back with basically, "Yeah, I submitted to her because she's obviously more powerful, but you ran scared."
Facts. Facts.
And I'm like, "Yep, that's how you do it." He was like, "I admitted that like that was a stronger power than me. You just were like, peace, I'm out."
McKinley is like, you have no room to talk right now.
Right? Redburn is
Obsessed.
very just like mean girl energy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, when they have a ground to stand on, they're like, "I am top dog here. Get down off your box." But the minute you're like, "But what about this?" They're like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about."
Hmst? Huh? What'd you say?
"That
I don't
can't be
know.
me. I don't
Not
know who you
I.
are talking about."
But that is all we have for this episode. Make sure to check us at Novel Nostalgia. Um, on pretty much everything. If you just search Novel Nostalgia, we'll come up. We're at Novel Nostalgia or Novel Nostalgia Pod on everything. Or just click the
Yes.
link in the bios.
It's easy enough.
It's fine. But we will catch you all in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.